Hello, you might know me as a CS YouTuber, but now I'm a Survive the Night one. Get used to it. But anyways, in this mini video series, I will discuss a gear every video, talk about what the gear does, how it works, what perks to go with it, the playstyle of the gear, and much more. And a special thanks to Rexicat for helping me get these clips that I need. Without further ado, let's jump in the video. The tracker is the first gear you get in Survive the Night, which I will call STN for now on. The tracker lowers your breathing, which makes it harder to find. If your breathing is quieter, meaning the slasher won't hear you as far. It can also, it can track the slasher. But the downside to this gear is that when the slasher finds you, you have no way to protect yourself. No slow, no stagger, leaving the tracker as a gear a hit or a miss. When you click the gear button or E button, if you're on computer, you can turn on the tracker. If the tracker is green, that means that you are safe from any danger from the slasher, which is about 300 studs away. When it's yellow, that means that the slasher is near your proximity. This is about 250 to 230 studs. If the tracker is orange, then the slasher can hear you breathing and start breaking lights around you. This is about 170 to 150 studs. If the tracker is red, that means that the slasher is right on your tail. This happens between 100 and 25 studs. Note that if the map has multiple floors, the tracker could say he's very close to you, but really he's just on the other floor, so beware of that. Playstyle and perks. The tracker's playstyle mostly consists of roaming and keeping away from the slasher. You want to use perks to help roam efficiently. These perks are Covert, Legman, and Ninja. Let's talk about these perks more in depth. First, Covert is a great skill to roam, silent footsteps, and 40% chance to avoid detection, which is great for dodging the slasher. But be careful because you're a one-hit, so if you're caught, you're dead. Next up, Legman. It may be a simple perk, but boy is it good. This perk gives a major speed boost, which is great for roaming, meaning you can make swift moves around the map to avoid the slasher. But the same downside with Covert, you are a one-hit. Next and finally, Ninja. This perk is amazing for this skill because it gives quiet breathing, silent footsteps, and speed increase. This perk is a beast for roaming and try to stay under the radar in the slasher. But be wary, you are a one-hit as well. Some tips with the tracker is to use it sparingly. Here's the thing. When you use a tracker, it will beep. The beepy sound is loud, so beware of the sound. Remember, sound is key in this game, so be sparingly. And with the gear, only turn on for a second to read the color of the tracker, because if you leave it for too long, the tracker might hear you. Second, be careful for audio cues and light breaking. If you see lights breaking in your direction, you should run the opposite way, because when the lights break, that means the slasher is close around the proximity. Other audio cues can be slashers, taunts, survival deaths. Lastly, use quiet breathing to your advantage. Most people underestimate the quiet breathing of the tracker. It can be a lifesaver when hiding and staying under the radar, because when you're hiding inside a locker or any place that gives you the hidden status effect, it could be really good because the slasher might even walk away from you. The tracker may be the first gear you get in the game, but it does a pretty good job at being that. It helps the survivor learn about audio cues and light breaking and other cues. It's also even good for late game purposes. Maybe one day in the future I'll make a video about the merge bundle about these gears. But since it's the end of the video, let me show you what I do. At the end of each gear video, I will rate it based on clovers. 1 clover being the lowest, 10 being the highest. Anyways, let's get to rating. The tracker gets a 6 out of 10 for me. since it's pretty good at staying away from the slasher, but if you're caught, you're screwed. Anyways, I hope you find this guide helpful. Shamrock out.
Yeah.